Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. We're always living life up to no grid. So there's been a lot of people asking about how Piper's doing, and we really appreciate everyone that has asked about her. And I want to apologize for my state of emotions last night. It's just real. So I wanted to do a little bit of explaining as to what's going on. So, because I wasn't very clear in my state of emotion last night. So last year, in Piper, last spring, so a whole year ago, Piper got sick. We had the vet out, and we ruled out lots of things, but we couldn't narrow it down exactly. But bottom line is that at that time, she developed a limp, and it started to get better, and then it got worse, and it started to get better, and then it got worse, and it was just kind of something that we knew was an inflammation in her joints from that initial infection, but it was just, we just had to wait for the time to see whether or not it was going to completely work itself out, or if this was going to be something permanent. About the time we thought it was going to work itself out was about the time that we bred her. And it wasn't until she started to put on weight for this pregnancy that we realized she was not, in fact, going to get better. So part of the reason for a lot of the emotion is that I have been carrying around a lot of guilt for a couple of months, because I now know that we probably shouldn't have let her be living like this for a while. Yes, sweetie, I'm right here. Obviously, I care a lot about her, and she loves to be a mom. She absolutely loves to be a mom. So we always want to be good stewards to our animals and our land. And I read a long time ago when I was rescuing Great Danes that if you're keeping an animal alive for yourself, it's not okay. And I carry that thought with me through this ranch, this little homestead that we have. And I don't want to keep her alive for me, and she wouldn't want that either, and I know that. And if you're not okay with that, I get it. It's hard to justify. There's gonna be a lot of people that say, well, I don't know how you can live with yourself. I carry that weight with me. I'm okay with it, because I don't want to see her in pain every day. So when I say this is Piper's last litter here at the ranch, I mean that. It doesn't matter what happens after this. We already know what the outcome is going to be. The question is, how long will Piper stay at the ranch? And that is completely up to her, really. As long as she is still doing well and is able to take care of the little ones, then we're going to let her do that, because she loves to be a mom. But once these guys are big enough, then it will be her time to go. And that's going to be hard. But she struggles getting around on a daily basis. She has for 2 months now, and it's hard watching her every day. The labor took it out of her yesterday, and that's why I was so emotional, because I realized just how tired and gimped up she was. On a positive note, in God's infinite wisdom, Mabel has exactly 14 teats. And because she lost one, with these 3, that would make 14. So if for some reason Piper is unable to finish feeding these ones until they are ready to be weaned, Mabel will take them on, and it will be just fine. But we're just waiting day by day to see what that's going to look like. So I don't have a lot of updates necessarily, but I will say that Piper is muddy. So even though I couldn't see her today, I can tell you she has went and laid out in her mud hole at some point today, because her face is muddy. Aren't you, sweetheart? and her arms are muddy and her rear is muddy. So she has ventured outside at some point today, and that is a really, really good sign. On a not good sign, she is not producing as much milk. However, that could be perfectly normal because here's the thing, she only had 3. Pigs' bodies do amazing things. She's only nursing 3 pigs. Her body's going to tell her not to produce as much milk because she doesn't need it. So while her teats look completely different than what I'm used to, I'm also used to her having 13 piglets. So this might be perfectly normal for her to only have 3. I guess what I'm trying to say is we're trying to be very in tune to our animals, in tune to what they need, and just taking the best care of them that we can. And, you know, mentally, we all, because I know you guys love it here as much as we do, we all have to prepare ourselves that Piper's days here are numbered. And that's not fun. That's not fun to admit. It's not fun to talk about. But what I prefer to do is we like to say, Zach and I have always said that we want our animals to only have one bad day. And that day is the day that they leave. And I think that's why we've got kind of upset, is because we feel like Piper's had more than one bad day. So our goal now is to make sure that the only bad day she has left is the day that she's ready to go. Okay? So I hope you guys can support what we're doing with her and understand why we're doing what we're doing. And that is just to let her be the mom that she was born to be and that she loves to be. Don't you? Yes. Don't you? Yes. Okay. Do you want to get up? No? Okay. So that's really all I have for you guys today. Just again, thank you to everyone that has asked about her. Her little babies are doing real good too. It's okay. I'm not hurting it. I'm not hurting it. There it goes. These guys are squealers compared to Mabel's, but that's par for the course for Piper's piglets, actually. They've been doing a lot of snorting wars between the stalls, so that's kind of fun to hear too. But as you guys can see, she's active. I know she's been outside. She's drinking. She's not eating what she should. So again, we're taking it day by day. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for watching. Remember, never a dull day at the ranch. And how they're doing, especially on a smaller homestead. You okay, little one? You okay? Are you all right? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's not you. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. Come on, let him eat. Let him eat. I didn't know I was going to catch that on video, but as y'all can see, because she doesn't get around quite so good, that's our other fear, is that she's going to potentially lay on one of these guys because they can't get out of the way fast enough and she falls over too quickly. Normally sows go down on their front legs, their front elbows, so to speak, first, and then slowly lay down. and the piglets know that it's time to get out of the way. However, Piper is not able to do that. So the piglets are potentially in a little bit of danger. And also know that this decision is not an easy financial one. In order for us to continue our operation here, we need to have 2 sows to breed, honestly at a minimum, and hope that we have enough customers to keep up with that. And by losing Piper, it's time for us to get another sow. And so that's a big investment. Not that it's not a foreseeable investment, because here's the other side of this. Piper is coming up on 4 years old, and an average sow's breeding time, especially in larger operations, is honestly only 2 years. Now you can breed them much longer, especially on a small homestead where they're taken care of well, and you're not necessarily concerned with super high production and show pigs and all that kind of stuff. So we can easily breed sows here for as long as they're healthy and able to do so. But honestly, at a lot of other places, she would have already been sent to freezer camp due to her age. So she has lived out a good life here, we believe. And while it's not an easy decision, it makes it a little bit nicer to know that she lived a good life here and got to maybe have a couple more litters that she wouldn't have gotten to have somewhere else. So I hope that kind of explains a little bit more of what's going on. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We've said from the beginning we don't like it when YouTubers just show, or Facebookers, Instagrammers, whatever you want to say, digital creators, I guess. They just show the good stuff. And we've had a lot of people say that, we're living the dream life. And we are. But we want to show you what that whole dream is like, the whole encompassing thing. And we truly believe that this is what God is calling us to do. And we want to keep doing it. So we really, really appreciate you guys supporting us in that endeavor. And it's just unfortunate that kind of early on in our digital creation life here, you get to see kind of the bad side of things too. But we want to show you what it's really like the whole thing. So thanks again for being with us. Appreciate everyone's support. Just watching really helps us out. Sharing with your friends makes it even better. And hopefully we'll continue to grow both digitally and with our market. By the way, that's Piper calling the piglets for time to eat. So I guess with that, I'll let you go. Remember, there's never a dull day at the ranch.